Salman Raspberry Ranch is located just half an hour north of Las Vegas, New Mexico, in the town of La Cueva. Just off I-25, you can pick up Highway 518 North, which will take you straight into this town just shy of Mora. The property of the ranch dates back to the territorial days of our state and was part of the historic Mora land grant. The rich history of La Cueva and the ranch property is evident in the neighboring grist mill and the mercantile store where the Salmon Ranch store is housed today. Thankfully, this town and the Salmon Ranch property have retained the same look and feel from the days of old. Its quaintness and charm are an immediate draw, and the gardens set along the adobe and flagstone ruins of the old tack and farrier shops beckon you to wander among the wildflowers. Not to mention the many goodies calling my name in the ranch store. Berries, chocolates, dry goods, and jars of New Mexican salsas abound. It's like an old-fashioned country store with all the modern-day treats from our local communities under one roof. But let's not forget the main reason why I made my way up to Salmon Raspberry Ranch, the raspberries. I've come to their pick-your-own fields to load up on the bounty of berries that are just begging to be picked. Every year, people flock to these fields so they can take home some of the abundance of raspberries growing on these stalks, plump with tart sweetness. Count me in.
The field is so huge.
42 rows, they're 575 feet long.
Really? And how long have they been here?
Well, we got some that are 30-year-old stocks, and some are 28-year-old stocks. Some of them are from 10 all the way to 1 year old.
Wow. Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So let me jump on this row right here.
Yes.
Oh, this is a good one. So many of them. Nice and tart. Sweet. This is better than the stuff you get at the store.
It amazes me that countless numbers of people have already been out here picking berries the last few weeks, and there's still such a plethora of them waiting for me to greedily pluck them with my eager fingers.
One for now, one for later. Two for now, two for later.
Yep, I think I'm getting the hang of it. But compared with some of the other folks in these fields, I'm a novice. Many families have made raspberry picking at Salmon Ranch an annual family tradition. I think I may have to do the same.
Some more.
Look, there's one right there, Daddy.
Give me another one. Right there.
Yeah.
Looks like I've got as many berries as will fit in this bucket. Time to weigh in. I'm already listing off all the things I can make with these berries. Raspberry jam, raspberry topping, raspberry fudge. But wait, all of those items are available in the ranch store. I can save myself the efforts in the kitchen and just polish these berries off right now. With a belly full of berries, I headed for a spot in the shade behind the ranch cafe, where I had the chance to speak with Frances Salman about her family's history with this
The
ranch.
place came to be because my father had been overseas. He was director of the Port of La Havre after D-Day, and his parents perished at Auschwitz and his sister, and he wanted someplace safe for our family to grow up. So he wrote my mother and said, go find us some land. So she set out with his old business partner and the three of us, and they drove through Arizona and Texas and Colorado, New Mexico, and they found this magical place, 1,200 acres, which was the beginning of our ranch. And that was in 1945.
Wow, so there's a long history here.
Yeah, almost 70 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And what do you think was the draw to this land specifically? What made this so special?
You feel it when you're here, and it's sort of an inchoate sensation. You know, there is nothing specifically, but there is a sense of peace and security here. And when you're here and the people who come here feel it, it seduces you.
Right.
It provides for you. Yeah.
And then you have the fertile land, you have the
Yeah.
mountains, you have the
Have it-
sky.
yeah. We're at the base of the Sangre de Cristo mountain range. We're about 7,800 square feet or feet up, and it just is beautiful. I mean, you have the New Mexico skies, you have the New Mexico light, and it typically is greener here because we get more rainfall.
While the ranch's beginnings were rooted in raising cattle, fluctuations in the market led the Salmon family to opt for growing raspberries instead. And how happy are we that they made this decision?
It's amazing, the children, when they come to pick, many of them have never seen anything grow. So when they come to pick raspberries, they're kind of amazed. And we have a little sign up saying, you're welcome to taste the berries, but please don't make a meal of them. But the kids come out covered in red juice. So clearly they've made a meal of them plus, you know.
Right. You know, and you get these kids who've never seen
But
growing
they've never
things
seen
before.
anything growing. I mean, they just love it, and they bring their dogs and their parents and make a day of it. you know.
Right, totally.
So, yeah.
And it's kind of going that back to the land kind of, you know, culture that's kind of coming back to people now that have been
Yeah.
so disconnected in city
Right.
life.
Right.
To come to an actual farm and be and
And
breathe
see
in the fresh
things
air.
growing.
Yeah. It's a little tucked away paradise you have over here.
Yeah, we think so.
Well, thank you so much for letting us come by and
Oh, I'm
letting me pick
delighted.
some raspberries because
Yeah.
I got my good share of
You
raspberries.
got your good share. But don't wash them because it makes them mushy when you wash them.
okay.
They're grown organically.
Mhm,
So
okay.
just eat them the way you pick them.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom. You've dealt with a lot of raspberries, so you know
I
what you're
have.
talking about.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
While the picking season runs from August through October, the shop and gardens are open year-round. Make sure and bring cash to buy your buckets of raspberries from the field. Insider tip from Francis if you want to freeze your raspberries. Put them on a cookie sheet and freeze them separately, and then put them in quart-sized baggies. They will come out perfectly. Not only is this a great spot for the kids, but the ranch allows dogs too, so bring your furry friends for a day in the fields.